Always great to have a chat with you. And when the Sabitis are in the house, you know that it's going to be about marriage, it's going to be about relationship, it's going to be about business in some cases. We are huge on wealth creation. That is the other part of us that you have not encountered. Helping people develop their God-given potentials to be able to amass wealth and pass on this wealth to generations and leave inheritance for your children's children. We are big on that and we believe in that. And then when it comes to people doing it in marriage, it's actually an added bonus. It's very beautiful. Good to have you.
Thank you. You look great as usual.
Okay, now that's becoming a bribing statement.
No, it's not a bribing statement. I mean it.
I know.
I really do. I like the fact that my eyes have never got used.
So sometimes you look at me and what bee is crossing your mind?
That she's about to surprise me.
With what?
With something new. And I never get used to the surprises because in a way they are a type of fuel. And when you get used to something, you cease to see it and cease to enjoy or harvest the beauty in it. And personally, I've trained myself to always look out for something unique about people. That's why you'll find me having a chat with the security guard, and I'm gauging. I can devote time, by the way, even if it's 2 hours, because I know this guy takes care of me.
Yeah.
And
on a daily.
While I'm in my bed and sleeping and the kids and everything, so it's stupid not to engage him or have conversations with him or read his mind or
know what his interests are.
So that's me. That's me, and I enjoy doing that because there's something special about human beings. Someone said the planet Earth is so beautiful, but people have destroyed it. But there's something so unique and nice about human beings. And the ugly part of them is what we dread. But the beauty about a human being is 90% good. It's just that when something bad happens, we tend to dwell more on one bad thing that has happened. And we give it a lot of focus. Why? Because it has happened. And the reason as to why your mind is glued to something bad is because you rarely see it. So how about you learn to celebrate the good things about people? And I look for that in people. I like to be positive. That's the only way I stay fresh and looking good. Why? Because negativity kills. I don't want to be negative. I want to look at you and enjoy you. Enjoy the beauty. Enjoy the look. Enjoy everything nice about you. And put everything bad about you on the pause. It can wait. There is more to celebrate about the good about you than there's so many bad things that the world out there is waiting to judge you about, kill you about, because it's misinformation sometimes. Do you realize that sometimes you judge a person just because your basis is on misinformation about that person? You've not had enough time with them, you've not dwelt with them, and all that you see is sheer twalizamuri. So it's just that steaming in the inside of you. Why? Because you're misinformed. So you're misjudging someone. But I like it when I see the good in people. So you're looking good. Say thank you.
I will say thank you. I will say thank you later, later in the program, but not now. Because if I told you to describe my perception of what that perception, your perception is about people, I love people. I love people and I love being positive about people. But your smile is saying otherwise.
Of course.
Your smile is saying otherwise, which is not true, but I love minding my business. Yeah, where there is
you love minding your business
where
more.
There is no positivity, I will not be negative, but still I will just stay in my own lane and mind my business.
Hilda can live with the good about you. She cannot tolerate she calls it stupidity, and she does not have a middle name for it, and she
I have
says,
one life to live.
you're either
Why should I
stupid or you're
deal
stupid.
with
But the thing here is, there's beauty in being stupid sometimes.
Yeah, but can you stay in your lane with with whatever it is, whatever you have called it? Stay in your lane, because apparently I have a lot on my plate. So now I add other baggages. Can we go to the topic for today?
Yeah, I want to write a book called "Stupid is Strategy."
You're changing it. You said 3 nights ago that you want to write the power of a stupid woman, or the what? The downfall of a stupid woman. Okay, guys, now we have to move on swiftly, because this conversation is going to end. This is what we are talking about, like every single minute of the day, in the car, at home, everywhere. We never get tired of conversing. But again, this is what has kept us vibrant and going and growing over the years. However, today we want to solve a problem. Someone sent in their problem. They actually called, and they said, this particular man said he is 40 years old. 40 years old. I will not mention from where. I will also not mention the name, just to keep them anonymous. But he says that for the longest time he has been sleeping with women and dumping them, sleeping with them and dumping them, and he feels he wants to settle down, but as soon as he has intimacy with someone, he loses interest in them. Like, he just doesn't want to see them again. He even deletes their numbers. He blocks them. Like, he feels like it's the worst thing he has done. And yet when he's in pursuit of this woman, he's seriously engaging, like he wants a relationship. So the other person reads like this person wants a relationship. But whenever this girl gives in, or this woman gives in to intercourse, then he loses interest. And it's like, it has happened to so many women that he has lost count. But he's genuinely worried. He's like, I want to settle down.
So sad.
And I know I have to settle down with a woman, but again, I get tired of, I lose interest, and I can't settle down when I have lost interest in someone. I can't force it. What do I do?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's lust. You know, it's lust, because it's the opposite of love and commitment. You know, you just lust, and when it's just like it's a demon. So when it has gotten what it wants, it has to just, move on to the next victim. So it's more like a serial killer. He gets bored when he's not killing. And at 40 years, you're carrying a deposit of so many women in you. I don't know how many. You say there are so many. But, it's not just about intimacy. It's not just about sex. A little bit of them stays with you. Not a little bit, a lot of them stays with you. So you carry that with you. And not only that, but a bit of you goes with them. So you can imagine the community. And everyone you hurt, by the way, goes out to hurt another. So it's that dangerous that you're not just having sex, but you're creating monsters, and you're barring a community, you're killing people, which is dangerous, really dangerous. We have laws, and probably some of the laws will tell you about killing, but there is a worse form of killing. That guy, whether you like it or not, someone did something like that to him. And probably is trying to look for that person, and he's spreading his pain.
He's bleeding on others. Didn't cut
yes,
him.
So whoever that left you, 40-year-old man left, and unless you heal, you will hurt so many, you will kill so many. And as I said, you probably think that killing is stabbing someone or pointing a gun at them and shooting them. There are worse forms of killing, and one of them is that.
Okay, so
it's so hurting. I just felt like saying that before we dive deep into it.
Yeah.
But if you're out there and you think you're just getting that girl to sleep with her, and even the girls, girls are more dangerous. Girls these days have mastered the art of sleeping with innocent men.
and dumping them immediately.
And I don't know why they
them.
don't find the fake guys. They just go for very... I mean, I deal with men. Most of the men that you're having sex with, I mean, that are looking for a woman to marry,
to settle down,
and before you realize you've killed someone, really killing, because some of them, it's like they get out of their shell. Probably they have been struggling for the longest time, and he tries out. And I've told them over and over, please, sex should never be number one on your... Of course, we'll be talking about that. Sex should never be number one on your priorities. If you're really thinking of a woman to marry, sex should be the last one. Some of the guys that listen to me have been helped. I can't mention names, but some of them have been helped. One of them told me, he came to me and said, Tim, I've just found a girl. I think I found the right one. I think this is the woman I'm going to settle with. The guy has some money, but is a good boy, a nice guy who takes care of himself, and is not the kind that you'll find sleeping around with anyone, or getting a girl here, getting another one there, and playing them. You call it playing girls. He's not that kind of person. So he finds this girl and he's like, Tim, I think I found a woman. I've done a few tests, I've had a few discussions with her, and I think I found the right one. Guess what? I was like, it's just been a few months. Don't be in a rush to conclude. There are a few other tests, and that probably will help. Of course, with prayer, because I believe in prayer. So one of the days, he decides to go and visit a girl. He go into the girl's place. Girls abapangisa amayumba, you have your houses, and furnished houses, furnished apartments, we call them, and there's this nice TV, blah 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 blah. You know how you furnish your houses, your apartments, and it's looking nice. So the guy gets there, the apartment looks so good, really good. The guy I'm talking about built his own house. Of course, he has his own house where he wants to marry and take a woman. But it's not that furnished. Now, that was not really the issue. But then, they are watching a movie, having something to eat, and blah, 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 blah. The girl says, excuse me, I'm coming. She goes in the bedroom, and she changes into... into that kathing.
Which kathing?
I don't know. You know the names. So she gets out of the room. Now the guy can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
The guy froze.
And the mind went berserk.
We are human beings. We are men, and we are visual. You understand? The guy froze he said, Tim, I froze. Everything I saw was good. Very good. But it was a surprise. Why? I did not expect her. With everything that we had gone through, I didn't expect her to try and do that. She came.
Wow.
When she sat near him, expecting him to make a move, he did not.
Near him or on his laps.
Whatever, but he did not make a move. The girl made a move. Went to her pants. Okay? And started doing everything that the man would have done. And the guy was just stuck, frozen, confused, and disappointed. Got hold of her hands, put them up, and said, I'm not the kind of guy you're looking for. And you're not the kind of girl I'm looking for. Walked out, and that was the end.
Wow.
No, now, reason as to why I've said that, it's not that every guy is interested in getting into your pants.
Yeah.
No, some men are know who
Looking
they are. They are
wife.
men of value. You understand? Yes. So the guy came and said, Tim, I'm disappointed. Thank God you told me not to take it far, to go slow. Because if I had not, I would be in regrets by now.
How many men has she done that
Exactly. One, she's in an apartment, alone. Okay, I have come to visit you. I've not seen you for a long time, and you're making a move. So who told you as a girl that giving me sex
is what hooks me?
No. Maybe it's one of the reasons as to why I will run away. Maybe. And let me tell you, we are coaching our men and we are telling them, When you see that in a woman, run away. A woman shouldn't make the first move. No. Hilda can make the first move on me. No, because we are married. No, we are married, you can make the move. But we are still dating, okay. And you're making the move, the first move. Take it. If you can make the first move on me, then you have made moves on so many.
And now,
so I save myself, and that's what I said some time back, that women don't lie. You just miss the signals from the first day. Everything about them screams on top of their voices that this is who I am. Now, some men just choose to turn a deaf ear and a blind eye. But that signal is enough to tell you that once you take her into your house, your cousin will use her, your brother will, your friends will, and guess what? She will tell you, no, Bampa, it is her. And you're saying she's lying. She's not lying. She's just saying you'd believe the lie the first day. So I'm only telling you what you want to hear, that I am not that kind of woman. Bampa, it is her. But the thing is, that's who she is. And she's not just about to change. So certain things, don't lie about people. That's who they are. So I told my guy that we thank God. She's been exposed. You're a Christian boy, a God-fearing boy. I think you know what you want.
There are men out there who are like, yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing here is not just about the beauty, the light skin, skin that's like another matter, you understand? It's about what you're carrying yourself with for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. It's a commitment, a lifetime commitment.
Okay? And it's going to eat you a little bit like a cancer, until it will finish you. So, if you can dodge that bullet now, run, don't look behind. I don't even give explanations. Someone told me that, Tim, you told us that when we are walking away, we don't try to say, you're good. You you have so many nice... I don't even get into that.
Closure. No closure.
Just go. Just go.
And the same applies to the ladies.
Do you have the ability to close?
There are so many... I mean, when the man when the man makes the advance, so many ladies we can teach them the same thing.
I'm looking forward to a woman who can have that firm closure.
Who can walk away and not look back.
Yeah.
As a woman. There are many. There are so many who have done it.
I'll sit in that class.
There are so many. You will sit in that class. There are so many who have done it. The thing is, they will never be 100%. And maybe those that have walked away are like 20% or 10%. It doesn't explain the other 80%. And most people, just like you have said, are hurt people seeking to hurt other people. So when you talk about this gentleman and say that chances are he was hurt, you remember my story when I told you about someone who told me that, Hilda, you were the yardstick of womanhood to me, and so I don't think I will ever marry anyone or love anyone else. You remember my story.
Perfect.
And until this day, that person is suffering because they have never found Hilda.
Yeah, they're still looking for you.
They're still looking for Hilda. A Hilda they will never find. A Hilda who has never even loved them, who didn't even know that they were loved. And so sometimes we tend to waste time on people, and chances are when that relationship broke, it's maybe the woman that left him. Most of the times when a man is left behind, then he longs for the one that left. Even when the one that left was not that good for them. Because just imagine the mix of me accepting his proposal. I need to know. People need to know. Because if I had accepted his proposal, I don't think
Tim wouldn't be seated here.
Tim wouldn't be seated
what's wrong
here.
With you?
But again, I wouldn't even have lasted a week with him. Not in marriage, not in a relationship. Because as far as East is from the West is who I am with them. You get it? So sometimes even when a wrong person leaves you, you long to meet that wrong person. Not everyone that leaves you is actually a good person.
Yeah. You didn't have chance to know who they are.
You didn't have chance to know who they were. They didn't give you a chance, and you should be able to be thankful that you didn't give a chance. But most times when someone puts a sweet on the table and you don't know whether it was sweet or not sweet, and someone comes and
the curiosity
eats it, there's a way like, I think
the curiosity at play or at work confuses many. And in most cases, it's the confusing signals that lead us to even more confusion. I mean, he used to call me.
Yeah.
He would check on me every morning. You know, he had the right cologne on, and he knew how to dress right. He had the stature of the man I was looking for.
The right haircut. You know, they're very little things.
Yes. Oh, there was one who told me, I like the natural order of a man. Do you know Kavuvubuka? She said that that's the best.
Wow. That's the most romantic smell on a man. And those are kinds who steal men's vests and they put them in their handbags.
So the confusing signals that I'm talking about here is everything outward. Okay? Everything outward. But you know, the measure of commitment and love, because whether you like it or not, right now what drives my relationship with my wife is beyond love. It's commitment. It's commitment.
It's forever. Okay?
So that commitment, because what love does is it sparks every nerve and everything about you when you behold and see. Just like in the Garden of Eden, when Adam was woken up from sleep, what he saw was the beauty.
Yeah. Wow.
He did not see the inside of
woman.
Eve. What he saw was the beauty. And he appreciated what he saw. He said, skin of my skin. You realize that his description was the outward description. Not the Eve who brought the fruit to him to eat. Not the Eve who was tempted by
the snake.
No, that Eve he had not known. Okay? But you realize when you read scripture, God gives Adam responsibility over Eve. And the responsibility that God gives Adam over Eve is more than the outward appearance. Not just taking care of her, but managing everything, including the ability that she can be tempted and bring a fruit to you. She can be tempted and come to you. You understand? So you should manage that as well. Maybe if Adam had taken caution, most especially on that side of the relationship, probably they wouldn't have been
ended up the way they
ended
up. Yeah.
You understand? But because this to him was all, and we are visual. We are. I mean,
in
when
Uganda,
you see something nice, when you see a nice housing, you fall for the housing. Okay? But the housing is not enough. It's more than just the housing. So the signals that I call confusing signals is really the housing.
Yeah. It does not maintain anything. It does not maintain commitment.
The moment you get in there, then you realize that, oh boy, there is more work to do. More work to do. And I don't think I would want to walk this road with this woman. Well, like, I just need to cut my losses right now.
Before you know it,
so the bit we were talking about, that that guy fell for this Hilda and is looking for this Hilda in every woman, and he's not finding that Hilda. It's just one thing. In a nutshell, it is a lie.
Yeah.
Believed a lie, carried a lie with himself, and is looking for a lie.
And maintains a lie.
Maintains a lie.
For a very long time.
That's why I said it is. You're like you're carrying a lie with you everywhere, looking for something that does not exist.
Yeah. And so
the only way we give ourselves opportunities is by trying it out. You try it out. Once it fails, pat yourself on the back. At least I tried and failed. So let me move on. That's why moving on is not just a matter of you packing your bags and going. It is therapy. It is a process.
It's a healing process.
It's a healing process. And that process is not on the outward, because everything that attracted you to that woman, to that lie, you understand, it's faded away. Momentarily faded away. That now you cannot have an opportunity to touch her nice skin. It's no longer yours. Yeah. You cannot have an opportunity to be romantically involved with her. It is gone. So what you're dealing with is everything that you built in the inside of you and believed and carried as a lie about her. Yeah. That's why we take time. Why? Because
to reprogram the mind.
To reprogram the mind, that you can get to a point where you are free of that woman. You are free of that guy. Freedom here means I can sleep without thinking about you.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
So you don't look
so
for
many
them.
Men are married today, but while in their bed having sex with their wives, they are
thinking about someone else.
The ex.
that rejected them or walked away from them, and they're still carrying that lie and baggage with them. And then they keep asking themselves, will I ever have a good marriage? Those that are already married and those that are not yet married, they're like this gentleman.
The moment,
that says, I want to settle down.
the moment you do not give yourself an opportunity to heal, it's deliverance, real deliverance, to be delivered from that lie. The devil will always torture you.
And in this case, I think healing should be.
That means you can never enjoy your wife if you're married. You can never have a true romantic relationship or involvement with her.
You're always second guessing yourself.
Not just second guessing yourself. All the images and the pictures that play in your mind while you're in bed with your wife is of your ex.
That's gross.
That is gross.
Very gross. And guys, we just need to cut it from there. We're coming back. We're still continuing with this conversation. But I need you to be able to ask yourself, if you are in a marriage, and I know that some of these things people never open up about, and they struggle with them up to their grave. You know, you struggle with something, you don't go through healing. Sometimes you don't need to open it up to your partner, but you can be able to open it up to a therapist or to someone who can help you walk that journey to unveil the truth, because it is only the truth that you know that will set you free. We're getting right back.